Of course, Trump. This is why we are discussing this now. Just 2 days ago, Trump and Putin met and reached a decision. We will explain the background of this decision to you, specifically focusing on Turkey's role. In fact, the most important aspect of this decision is Turkey. Why Turkey? What role will Turkey play from now on? What was discussed? As you know, after World War I, Germany, like Japan, fell under American and Russian control. Later, East and West Germany merged, and what was once the European coal and steel community evolved into the European Union, with Germany as its leading nation. Why was Germany chosen as the leading country? Because Germany's economic growth rate was incredibly high. According to 2024 figures, the world's gross domestic product, GDP, is approximately $110 trillion. Of this, roughly $30 trillion belongs to the United States, while China holds $18.2 trillion. The third largest economy is Germany, with a GDP of around $4.7 trillion. Japan follows with $4 trillion, and India has an estimated GDP between $3.8 and $4 trillion. Now, dear friends, we want to emphasize this. The United States, and particularly the British, have sought to contain Germany's growth by embedding it within the European Union. The idea was that Germany would control the EU, preventing it from becoming an independent power center. This is similar to what happened with Hitler's Third Reich, which was declared on January 30, 1933. Hitler's ambition was to dominate all of Europe, and this desire for control has long been present within the German psyche. Given that Germany is the world's third largest economy, this time they have attempted to gain dominance through economic means rather than military conquest. We saw this play out in Greece's economic collapse, where German financial aid ultimately resulted in German control over many key Greek assets. Now let me steer the discussion back to the main topic. Trump's remark, "Trump just happened," is significant because, following his meeting with Putin, the #1 agenda item for the United States and Russia is Turkey. Russia needs access to the outside world, and 65% of its economic logistics flow through the Black Sea. This makes Turkey strategically indispensable for Russia. As I've said before, Turkey is being repositioned, and there is an overarching intelligence guiding this process. This higher intelligence orchestrated this agreement, signaling a new phase in Turkish-Russian relations. From now on, Turkey and Russia will act together. This has been confirmed. Turkey is now the first agenda item in United States-Russia negotiations. This is particularly detrimental to the British, who have historically sought to counterbalance both the United States and Russia. One of the key points we want to emphasize is that the American Civil War, from April 12, 1861 to April 9, 1865, was in essence a war against British influence. If you look at historical maps, you can see that the British sought to maintain economic control through the southern states. Today, we see similar conflicts playing out economically. There are reports of stock market crashes, Tesla losing $400 billion, and predictions of further financial instability. The American media continuously portrays a declining U.S. economy. However, there is a deeper battle at play. London's financial elite, the City of London, is attempting to prevent a resurgence of the American economy under Trump's leadership. During Trump's first term, his economic policies stimulated growth. Now there is speculation about whether he can repeat this success. The key question is whether he, along with figures like Elon Musk and financial initiatives, can counteract British economic influence and redirect wealth back into the U.S. economy. We are witnessing an internal economic war within the United States. Just as wars were fought in 1775 and 1861, the economic battle of 2025 is now unfolding. This conflict will continue, and soon we will see Musk's stocks rising again, along with Trump's economic strategies aiming to rebuild U.S. financial dominance. As I have mentioned before, the U.S. may integrate Canada despite Canadian resistance. The key point to note here is that Britain, which historically controlled Canada, is remaining silent. This suggests that London itself is under an existential threat. The ultimate goal of this geopolitical maneuvering is the dismantling of British financial supremacy. In this context, other Commonwealth nations such as Australia and New Zealand are also shifting their alignments away from Britain and towards the US. This is an ongoing process that will further weaken British influence globally. At the same time, Trump has also indicated that the United States intends to bring Greenland under its sphere of influence. The idea is that Greenland could eventually vote in favor of joining the United States. Given that the European Union is not strongly opposing this, it suggests that such a move is already being considered at high levels. As the United States continues to grow, internal fragmentation could also occur. Currently, we recognize several power poles: America, China, Russia, and India. The European Union, despite its economic strength, is losing coherence. I previously stated that we are moving towards a world with 7 major power poles, and the latest developments support this claim. The recent phone call between Trump and Putin, which lasted nearly 2 hours, solidified Turkey's emerging role. Turkey is now a key player in global politics, aligning with Russia and reshaping regional dynamics. One of the most significant developments is the Zangezur corridor, which has disrupted Iran's geopolitical position. Iran, realizing its impending fragmentation, has decided to relocate its capital from Tehran to Makran, a move designed to shift towards a maritime economy. However, this also signals that Iran foresees its northern territories becoming unstable, particularly the areas near Azerbaijan and Kurdistan. Additionally, Iran's internal fragmentation would ultimately serve U.S. interests, as it would eliminate British influence in the region. The key concern is whether Iranian oil will be exported through Hormuz, which would maintain British control, or via Turkey's Ceyhan pipeline, which would consolidate Turkish influence in the energy sector. Looking ahead, major shifts in global politics are inevitable. The restructuring of global alliances will redefine economic power centers. I firmly believe that Turkey's growing influence will soon extend beyond its immediate region. Even the possibility of Turkey assuming a protectorate role over Israel should not be dismissed outright. As we move forward, we will see increased fragmentation of major nations, particularly China, which is expected to break apart into several regions. The separation of Tibet, Kashmir, and the Uyghur territories is becoming more likely. If China fragments, the Uyghurs will likely integrate into the broader Turkic world, further reinforcing Turkey's regional leadership. To summarize, the recent Trump-Putin meeting confirmed Turkey's rapid geopolitical ascent. This has already triggered instability in British-backed factions within Turkey. The pattern is familiar: external forces orchestrate internal disruptions, much like the coup against Adnan Menderes in 1961 and the July 15, 2016 coup attempt. Once again, we see history repeating itself, but this time, Turkey is on the path to reclaiming its strategic importance in the New World Order. The world is changing fast, and we're bringing you the real story behind the headlines. If you want to stay ahead of global events, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Your support helps us keep uncovering the truth.